Welcome to Pineapple and Lemon.
Hello.
Hola. Today we are watching another Harry Potter film, because if you can believe it, there's more than two.
We keep on going through the years.
All the years. This time we are on year 3.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Bum bum bum. This is when it starts getting a little spooky.
Definitely darker themes going on. There's no Voldemort in this one. It's like
Dark Lord, you dare speak his name.
but it's very different. Like this is the most different.
This is the only film that doesn't have him in it.
Yeah.
So it's completely different. It doesn't really even discuss him too. You kind of get more of like the backstory of like Harry's parents than pretty much anything, which is why everyone now wants a show on the Marauders.
Yeah.
Because there's more info here that we definitely need. Netflix, pick it up.
I would say a lot of people say this one's their favorite. Because it is more artistic leaning, I guess, because
it is a different director, isn't it?
It's Alfonso Cuarón. So it is more leaning on the side of artistic, as opposed to the Chris Columbus films were more like, this is fun, this is for kids.
Yeah.
You know, they're not really doing as much. But I do find this one has more like of a vision with what they're trying to do, and I think that's why people really like it.
Well, it's definitely more like it's steering you towards the direction of like the rest of the films are gonna follow, right? Like it gets it has a more serious tone to it. Like you said, the first two are super light and fun and happy.
Yeah.
And this one starts off fun, light, and happy, but then it projects onto this more serious path that we are moving forward on, and that helps like fill in some more information and the gaps of like leading towards the rest of the film series. Music is still done by John Williams. So it's the same composer. The composer does change in the fourth one. It's Patrick Doyle. And then 5 is also Patrick Doyle. 6 is Nicholas Hooper. And then the last 2 are Alexander Desplat. Fantastic scores. Okay, so I have the IMDb plot summary for Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm just going to read the very first one.
Yep.
Harry Potter... We're off to a great start. Ron and Hermione return to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry for their 3rd year of study, where they delve into the mystery surrounding an escaped prisoner who poses a dangerous threat to the young wizard.
That was such a long sentence.
That was one sentence. And I just find it hilarious that they have to address him as Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Not as Harry, Ron, and Hermione. It's Harry Potter.
Yes.
Ron and Hermione.
Just so you know for sure.
And they don't just say Hogwarts. They have to spell out Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Like, why?
Yeah.
We all know what you mean when you say Hogwarts.
We have some puppies.
2 puppers.
First time watching.
First time. Yes, it is their first time watching. I think they're too fascinated with their toys right now to pay attention, but if they do pay attention,
just wait for the music to start.
And they're gonna get right into it, and they might even just sing along.
Yeah. Howl along.
Oh, there we go.
There might be some dog howling. This is the disclaimer. Hey, it's Maddie popping in here, and we just wanted to say, since we're rewatching Harry Potter in 2021, we have to apply a critical lens to all the negative comments J.K. Rowling has made about the transgender community. We both grew up reading and watching Harry Potter and have had positive experiences within the community itself, so it's really disheartening to hear that J.K. Rowling's beliefs are not inclusionary for all people. We believe that transgender people deserve to be seen and their voices to be heard, and for them to be part of the conversation. We do not condone any of the author's previous comments. The rest of this video will not be discussing Rowling's previous remarks, but will be a commentary about the movie itself. We hope to create a safe space for entertainment purposes. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy the video.
Say yes in that ungrateful.
So much disdain.
Judy always had like the funniest faces in the background.
I know, she's living it up.
She's like, they're like, hey, you're in the background, you do your thing, and she's like so fully committed.
Something wrong with the pup. Shut up!
Oh, that was dramatic. Did you see the full range of motion on his arm when he struck that?
Yeah, right? Who do they get in the background just to flick the light switch as fast as they could? There was a meme that was going around. There was a meme that was saying that if Sirius had just transformed into himself and talked to Harry and explained everything, then this whole entire thing could have been avoided.
Sirius has been in prison for the past 13 years, so he doesn't know that Harry doesn't know at this point, you know?
But he, well, Well, and I mean, like, okay, when we do see Sirius towards the end, he's still in his like jail robes. He's still like really like pretty beat up and disheveled. Could you imagine this wolf turning into a man and then approaching a child across the street? Like that's a little scary. Like,
and Sirius is definitely not like cleaned up at this point.
Not at all.
He's looking a little ragged.
He's like fresh out of Azkaban. Like runs out, first thing he does is goes and finds Harry.
It's more like a pig with hair, if you ask me.
That's rich, coming from the owner of that smelly old shoe brush.
Look how Ron's holding the verse. It's just like,
He doesn't know how to hold a rat.
look at him.
What do you know about Sirius Black, Harry?
Also, Arthur's head is almost hitting the ceiling.
I know, you can tell that he's like kind of trying to shrink down a bit so he doesn't like hit his
Don't want to
head.
bonk it.
Oh.
Is that a glass of water? What is that?
It looks like
Is it alcohol?
I think it's vodka. Let's
Can
be
you
honest.
have that out in the open on a train full of students?
Yeah, totally. Give me that vodka straight, man.
Maybe it's an elixir.
It's probably just water.
But it's like
He's like,
in a
I'm gonna
fancy
bring my own
bottle.
water bottle. Did they do the scream on purpose to sound like the train whistle? Because I'm pretty sure that's not the same actress.
I was gonna say that's a
Playing.
very different kind of scream too. Like that was high pitched. I like how close Crookshank's face was to Harry's when he was passed out, just waking up and
Just
seeing
like
that
a little
cat.
ball of floof in the corner.
I like Crookshanks just for the
so
laugh factor.
funny. Oh, he's so floofy and funny looking.
Yeah. The standard cat would have been like a black cat because that's like associated with witches.
They just said a cat. Actually, they didn't specify like the specific cat
But
that
they
it had
made
to be.
this choice.
But they made a ginger choice.
Oh, because Ron. We're planting seeds.
We're planting seeds that
Cat
aren't really
seeds.
seeds until it needs to be in the later ones.
I don't know. Look, she's like looking at Ron right now.
Don't even. I do not
You know,
buy this
look at
pairing
this.
at all.
They're fighting like cats and rats.
Oh, no.
Welcome.
New Dumbledore. Who dis? Should do a poll. Favorite Dumbledore? Harris or Gambon?
What do you see? The truth lies bedded.
Here's my question. You're in this class right now. What kind of tea are you pouring into your mug?
Isn't it Earl Grey?
But if you had to choose Earl Grey for leaves, that's not like heavy leaves, right?
I don't know. I thought they said they use like Earl Grey. I don't know. If I'm picking teas, I might pick, if it's like a cold rainy day, I might pick like a nice chamomile.
Mm-hmm.
I think like this is also like where oh look, there's a bunny.
Literally, you just went squirrel.
Do we not notice that Blaze is not even in this? They don't bring him in until the sixth one, and you're like, who is this guy? And it's like, oh, it's Blaze, didn't you know? And then you go back and rewatch and you're like, okay, there was no character named Blaze up until the sixth movie.
Maybe he's a transfer student in the movie universe. Oh my god, he's eating an apple.
Oh, I bet you Blaze subbed out that scrawny little kid in the corner.
I thought you were gonna say he subbed out the apple.
Yeah, Blaze is transfigured back from an apple.
See that Hermione grabbed Ron's hand. That's how you know they're setting it up.
Yeah, totally.
That's all it takes.
But then, like, all through the rest of the half of the film, it's Harry and Hermione, like, holding hands and hugging.
Ridiculous!
Good on Alan Rickman just getting dressed up for this one bit.
Alan Rickman is a freaking trooper.
Like, look how much fun this would be for him to do right now.
He's so confused.
Yeah.
He's really selling it. What would your boggart be?
A lot of my fears are existential. So I
Would it
don't
be an
know.
alien then?
No, just like, like death, depression, failure, like those kind of things. So
In others, even
Birds in the background. That's how you know it's not a green screen.
I thought you said bros in the background.
Can you just imagine Crab and Goyle pop up like, yo, what's up, homie?
The fat lady, she's gone.
Oh my gosh, Ginny had a line.
say.
Ginny had a line.
Oh my gosh. Double front braids too.
Given the power of shapeshifting.
Gotta hand it. Draco knows how to draw.
Oh well,
Draw better than me.
if he's animating, like that's quite a few drawings to do.
Right? Struck by lightning. Fell to the ground.
There goes another kid.
And it was a Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
They really don't care about Hufflepuff.
No, they don't. But didn't they say that there was like a potion or something to help like keep it under control?
Yeah, I think Dumbledore was giving him one. What is? Sorry, Hedwig's mouth was just wide open.
Oh, and Harry, don't forget, when you're done, just give it a tap and say, mischief managed.
How'd they figure that out? How'd they figure any of this out?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Magic.
Nope. Not accepting it this time.
Nope, not this time.
Nope.
Do you want to move a bit closer?
Huh?
To the Shrieking Shack.
See, look, they're together right now. Look at it. They're setting it up perfectly.
Sorry, I got a couple gags there. What was that you were saying?
They're perfect together.
Wizards wear underpants, in case anyone was wondering.
Well, yeah, what else would they wear?
I don't know, magic.
What?
Face isn't red and eyes aren't puffy or anything. Must be nice to cry as an actor.
Is it? Like cathartically, or what do you?
Like visually.
Oh.
Like they don't have like the puffy eyes
Yeah.
and the red face and like the snotty nose and the tears running down their face.
No, you just make.
Expecto!
Oh, dramatic music.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but do you know what your Patronus is?
Oh, yes. Okay, Pottermore thinks my Patronus is a dolphin.
Okay.
Yeah, for
I
some
think-
reason I got a water creature, which I
think
didn't
got-
think could be a Patronus, but apparently is.
I think I got a mole,
A mole?
and I don't know how that's supposed to do anything because they're small.
He will return tonight.
Sorry?
This all happens on the same day.
Oh boy, that's a
Ugh,
long
this is
day.
especially since they time travel. It's like twice as long.
Why is he
Statue.
doing it on Hogwarts grounds? Shouldn't he be doing that like near Hagrid's hut, or like maybe sharpen it before you go to the execution?
Hogwarts doesn't care about its students and their
No.
well-being.
That's very true.
They're trying to traumatize them.
True.
What time of year is it if there's pumpkins? This is after Christmas.
Yeah, it's supposed to be spring, isn't it?
Why are there pumpkins?
Maybe they're all season pumpkins.
Year round, baby.
Year-round pumpkins. Maybe you just harvested them and they just haven't gone bad yet.
True.
Or they also just forgot.
Now we're gonna watch and see what Hermione does in this next scene. Who's she gonna turn to
She's gonna turn to Harry
in her hour of sadness?
in her grief. Who does she turn to?
Ron!
But Harry goes in to hug Hermione.
Yes, but I'm telling you, the foreshadowing's all there.
See, look, they're holding hands.
Yeah, but Harry just pushed Hermione out of the way.
He told her to move so I didn't get hit by a tree.
I'm ruining your fantasy.
No.
Is that blood?
Yeah, it is.
Is
Because
it?
Ron's leg is injured.
Yeah, but not that badly.
I don't know. let me get Coda to bite your leg, drag you around a bit, and we'll see how much blood comes out.
I don't like that suggestion.
It's a trap. He's the dog. He's an animagus.
Like, I understand every Harry Potter is like a mystery. Like the end, there's always some kind of reveal. When I was a kid, I didn't like understand that like concept, I guess.
Yeah.
So like I've never been shocked by Harry Potter because I have always known the endings. Like I'm just wondering, like, did this blow people's minds when it's like Sirius actually didn't do it? It was Pettigrew, and people are
I
like,
feel like it would have had
"Whoa."
to be like a big like mind blown for like people who had not read the books.
I'm just curious. I need like a test subject. I need someone who's never seen anything and have them react.
We'll have to find someone. I'm sure we can find
Can we find? Do you think there's anybody that doesn't know at least part of the story?
We can ask the dogs' opinions.
True, they have not seen them.
They have
What do you
not.
think?
Let us know in the comments section.
But they're typing with their paws. It just says arf arf bark bark.
Scabs has been in my family for 12 years.
I know it's Gary Oldman, but I never feel like Sirius is Gary Oldman because he plays such diverse characters.
Oh my gosh, Gary Oldman can literally play anyone and anything, and it's the most believable thing.
Yeah, he like disappears into it. So I'm
Oh,
not like
100%.
watching this being like, oh, that's Gary Oldman. It just like doesn't click. Thoughts on this werewolf transformation?
I mean, prior to this, I hadn't seen a werewolf transformation done on camera. The only time I think I'd seen a werewolf on screen was Teen Wolf. Like way back,
different.
like the original.
Yeah, the Michael J. Fox.
The Michael J. Fox version, and
Yeah.
that was
He just has like sideburns that are kind of
yeah, and like a mascot head on
Yeah.
kind of thing for some of it. So it was interesting to see this take on it. Can we just pause? Like, what was that guy getting fully bandaged for? I want to know about that storyline. What did he do?
None of those people were like dressed like students either. Do you think you'd recognize the back of your own head?
I think there's something like Sixth Sense almost about it. Like you would know that it's you.
You think?
I think you would have to know.
But you've never seen it. So
Unless you had a mirror.
yeah, but you've never physically seen it. You've only seen a reflection of it.
It's true. Well, I mean, you've also never seen yourself, only through a reflection.
I know. Do you think you'd recognize
There's
yourself?
some freaky shit here that we're getting into.
Just a thought for the day.
I'm gonna have to stay up all night thinking about that. I won't be able to sleep now.
This way.
Me luring my dogs throughout my house. Come get the food. Follow mom.
No, don't get distracted.
Focus. We're almost there. Focus. Those sneakers. These Skechers or Adidas?
They're shape ups.
They're the wheelies.
Gotta keep. Wow.
Those were big in 2004.
Scooting on back.
Oh, could you imagine them just using their heelys in the forest? Whee!
Tripping over everything.
Those things were heavy too. You go to
Yeah.
walk, it's like dong, dong, dong.
The ones that love us never really leave us. And you can always find
There is like a few instances with Harry where it's just like, man, if just like a couple things were a little different in your life, you would have had a much better childhood.
Honestly, and again, it comes down to the whole communication thing. There's also like his parents and well, not his parents, but like his like Sirius and all that were just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Like, I know he's a werewolf, but I'm kind of surprised Lupin never like reached out.
Yeah, you would have thought that if he was so close with the family that he also would have reached out, be like, well, I mean, I know that I'm in this current situation and it's really hard for me to find work, but I think I could offer Harry a better life than him living with his aunt. But I think it was also, these were his closest relations. And usually that's kind of what happens in those situations. You get put with the closest relation that will take you. And the closest relation was Lily's sister. Because as far as I know, James didn't have any siblings.
But even to just reach out and be like, your dad was my best friend. I just want to tell you about him.
It's a firebolt. It's the fastest broom in the world.
Where did Sirius get the money to buy the broom?
He probably had money in Gringotts.
You think Sirius Black, the wanted criminal, is going to walk into Gringotts?
I'm just
Not
saying
get
that there's this magical thing. It's called Polyjuice Potion. He probably also had Lupin do it for him.
Maybe.
Or Dumbledore. So that seems like something Dumbledore would do.
And
Freeze frame!
the best ending shot. Well, we're wrapped on the third one now.
We are.
Any thoughts to pull away on this one? Anything stand out, really?
It all could have been avoided by simple communication.
Yeah, I think people just need to learn to speak to each other and not be like creepy about it. Like,
Right?
just say what you gotta say.
Yup.
Makes it a lot easier for everybody else.
Oh, 100%. And it's like, why did Harry wait 13... Oh my gosh, freaking hiccups. Why did Harry wait 13 years to find out that Sirius Black was his godfather? Like, whether or not he was in Azkaban or not, he still has like a right to know about his parents and his history and all that.
Yeah, people don't tell Harry enough.
No, because they think that by leaving him in the dark, he's safer. But I would... Oh, freaking hiccups. I would almost argue that, like, if you had given him all the information he needed, or, like, deserved to know, I feel like a lot of these conflicts could have been avoided.
We wouldn't have had a story. We kind of just went on, like, rants. So, like, there's not really much to say about the movie.
I know. I mean, overall, movie was good. You know, time travel is a wonky thing.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, it holds up, like, better than the first first two in terms of like animation and stuff like that. Like there wasn't really anything bad. Like there's a couple moments where green screen was pretty obvious.
It's almost,
but I mean, it's 2004.
Yeah, it's like a side story. Like this is the one that's kind of like it veers off.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't really feel like it's like it's a Harry Potter film, but it's not like a main story Harry Potter. It's like if you have like one of those like filler episodes in a TV show that's like 400 episodes long. It's like this is like 60 episodes of filler, so you can get like some backstory context to move forward, and that's kind of like what it is.
This was the beach episode.
The beach episode.
That's why so many people like it.
Yeah. That is true, but it does like you can like when you're watching you can understand like why it's some people's favorite.
Yeah, and I think too having that different perspective when you first watch these, because I watched the first two a lot when I was a kid, and I didn't watch the other ones till I was a bit older, so I think that also kind of paints how you react to them.
Well, there was also like a time where it felt like there was only just the first two, because the first two were originally released on VHS. So unless you're watching the DVD on your freaking like massive 90s desktop, you're watching on VHS or in theaters until like I don't think it was maybe until like 2006 or so that DVD players were very common practice. And then that's when like 2008, 2009 is when you started getting into like your Blu-ray players. And that's kind of when film started evolving a bit and you started like phasing out of the VHSs. But like yeah, for the longest time the first two were only really available on VHS, which is why I feel like of all the films, those two were the ones that like got watched the most, is because you'd watch it, you rewind it, watch it again and just kind of binge those two. And again, they are the more like campy ones, so like they're very, very children friendly.
Yeah, this one feels like of another era, partly because I think big director change, like a different view, but this one feels more modern. Like the kids they look more like their older selves at this point. Like there's less of a disconnect. Like they look so young.
You can tell that they're starting to get a bit older.
Yeah, the first one they're so young that it's almost like, oh, can you believe like this is this person? But like now they're starting to look more like how they do for the rest of the series. So it's like, yeah, this feels like the cutoff point. You see a lot of like blues on Harry now, which I think
like, that's why I said the shirt he's wearing now is the shirt that he will literally be wearing for the rest of the film series.
Yeah, because
like it doesn't really change much from that point on. Like he has it as a t-shirt and he has it as a long sleeve, and then that sweater he also wears a lot of the time, and then Ron still just wears a lot of knits. That's because that's what his mom makes him.
Yeah, but you almost think like for a color scheme for Harry it should be red for Gryffindor or green because of his eyes in the books, whatever, but now it's blue, and that's kind of like the known thing that he wears is like a blue shirt. So it is just like,
yeah,
this whole movie feels more blue.
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah.
The Dementors and the cold and like everything. So I think that also differentiates. Like the first couple felt like more orange and like bright.
They were very bright and orange, yeah, and it, like right in your face. And this one's definitely more muted and like a little more colder.
Thank you for watching with us. We hope you enjoyed the video.
It's been a slice.
If you want, you can subscribe to see more of our videos coming down the pipeline.
The pipeline. That's so weird.
Sorry, let me take it again.
Let us know if there's any TV shows or movies that you would like us to review and give our 2 cents opinions on.
And we hope to catch you on the next one. See you later.
See ya! Oh, okay, wait. We have to watch the end credits for this because this is the Marauders map. Apparently, if you watch it in one of the credits with the footprints, there's 2 footprints in a corner, and it's like 2 people are like getting it on kind of thing.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, we found it.
It really is there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like right in the bottom left corner, like
Yeah.
towards the end of the credits. If anyone really wants to look for it, like we just spent the time looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in case y'all were wondering.